Welcome to the Outdoor Test Kitchen Podcast. I'm your host, Seth, along with Tim, and together we'll be discussing all things cooking, camping, and everything in between. We've got an exciting episode in store for you this week, so let's get started. All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody has had a wonderful week. We certainly have.
Yes, we have. It's been a pretty awesome week. We started some, I guess you could say, a new project as well with this nice weather. You know, it's been a lot easier to be out here in the test kitchen, so.
Yes, we've been doing a lot of cooking. Trying new recipes, developing some new things, taking our ranch recipe, which if you haven't tried it, you need to. It's amazing.
You should, for sure.
And trying to see different ways things that we can come up with it. So we did like a blue cheese for what do we do? A chicken sandwich.
Yeah, we did almost like a buffalo chicken sandwich, and it had some truffle hot sauce in it, though.
Yes,
it was really
delicious.
Good. Yes, it was.
So, and of course, you know, and as we try with it, on some blackened salmon.
Oh yes.
We did added a little more lemon juice, some capers, and a little more dill, kind of a lemon caper dill ranch with the blackened salmon. That sandwich was off the chain, as they say.
It was crazy. And, I really hadn't had a salmon sandwich. Not like a salmon fillet in a sandwich. It was just cool. It was yummy and cool.
It was. And we even kept the skin on, got it nice and crispy, so every bite, it was good. It wasn't that gummy skin that sometimes it can.
You can't really chew it at all. It wasn't like that, but
so we've had a good cooked and did lamb burgers.
Dude, we've done so much. It's crazy.
Transferred the ranch into like a tzatziki, added some grated cucumber and other stuff to it. Oh.
Yeah, that. You could literally just eat it by the spoonful. It was pretty surprising.
Yes. So, guys, that's the great thing that we've been working on is trying to, we got some core recipes. But what else can we do with them?
Yeah.
You know, like adding the hot sauce or adding a few extra things that completely transforms it. And it makes it more versatile. So, like we're planning on going on a little trip.
We sure are.
Leaving tomorrow at a new park. Instead of, we like to pre-make some things, so we'll have like ranch on hand. But let's say 3-4 days, you don't want to eat ranch every day, but you don't want to bring 15 different condiments. So.
Exactly. So how can you just change little bits of a sauce to make it into something else?
Yeah, and then it's more versatile as they say, mother sauce. So
yeah, exactly.
And I'm excited for our little camp trip on some of the meals we have planned and all.
Me too. And all of these meals that actually we've been talking about, we have been recording them. And we're going to be releasing some videos cooking with OTK.
Yes, you actually see us actually cook.
Yeah, you'll actually be there along with us. It's more of an informal, just you're with us, we're cooking, enjoying the food, just having a good time.
Yes, and you get to see us eat it.
Yes.
Which is my favorite part. Well, not you watching me eat, but me eating, obviously. I like it.
Yeah. But honestly, like me as a viewer too, on other people's cooking channels, I like to see them taste it, because without that, it's like,
is it really good? Because I can church up a turd pretty well.
Yeah, I can make something look pretty, but does it taste good?
Exactly. So you'll actually see us eat it and enjoy it.
Yes, yeah.
And if it's really bad, we will let you know. I'm not afraid to admit a failure.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we will let you know. Don't do this.
Yeah, we've failed plenty, but how do you learn if you don't fail?
That's true. Bacon is our biggest weakness.
I've burned the heck out of a lot of bacon. We have disgraced so many pigs.
We have. That is true.
Sometimes you just forget about it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that goes along with cooking.
Yeah. Throw it in the oven. Smells good for a while, and the next thing, oh man, what did I forget?
Yeah.
Leave it on the griddle too long. Walk away from a pan.
Yeah, you know, the ADHD brand, you know, brain, not brand. But yeah. Oh, I just remembered we also did the Au Poivre ribeye.
Oh man, that was a great ribeye.
Yeah,
and we were talking because a lot of steaks do have sauces with them, but
surprisingly,
a lot of times people turn their nose up to putting sauce on steaks, like ribeyes or something. They're like, "Oh, steak sauce? Then your steak's no good."
And if you've never heard that, go to any chef that cooks steaks and say, "Hey, can I get some A1 on that?" And they're going to they're going to do something.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you can get a fillet with peppercorn sauce on it. So
what's the difference? It's all sauce. So we did a peppercorn encrusted ribeye, beautiful CAB ribeye. That's certified Angus beef. It's a grading.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
And we did it on our flat top, just threw it down, got a beautiful crust on it, and then we took some leftover lobster bisque as our base for our sauce, and then added some more pepper. What do we do? Horseradish, some truffle hot sauce.
Yeah.
And
you
some
put me on the
seasoning.
you put me on the spot there. I was like, oh, what?
Well, I knew asking you would jog my memory because I knew you wouldn't remember.
I mean, I remembered, but I was just not expecting.
But
yeah, it was
but
really
that sauce,
good.
and that was another thing that we were doing is trying to be like, well, we have leftover bisque, but not enough to make 2 bowls,
Exactly.
of soup. So what is a way that we can turn the bisque, and a bisque is awesome because it's basically just a cream sauce to begin with.
Yep.
Into a sauce for this steak. So it's kind of like a surf and turf au poivre.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
what did we call it? We called it a cow on a surfboard.
Yes. That's right. And then those veggies, did sauteed down some quartered mushrooms and onions, and then put some beef stock in it and let that render down for a little bit.
Dude.
And then we threw in some sugar snap peas at the end just to warm them up, not to overcook them. And
it was something.
It was delicious.
And what was crazy is all of those flavors just went so well. It was incredible. Not only did the flavors go well together, the colors went well together.
Oh, it's a beautiful plate.
Yeah, and we posted a couple pictures on our Instagram, and
boom, it's right here.
Where did that come from? That's crazy. But yeah, it's kind of a trend, I guess you could say, of taking a base sauce that you already have or that you just get from the store and just adding your little touches to it to get what you need. Yeah. That makes it easier, especially at the campsite.
Yes, and especially camping and at home in general. And I understand I would love to make everything from scratch, but it's just not practical. I mean, there's days that, yes, if I want a can, it's a day. But if I want to make a quick sauce to go with something, maybe I'll use a little store-bought beginner and then just add to it. There's nothing wrong with that. I know people may be like, well, everything has to be fresh. Well, that'd be great, but we just don't live in a time or a place that's really feasible.
Yeah.
And let alone affordable for a majority of people.
Exactly. And I think that it doesn't, at least now, it doesn't have to be fresh. It should just be, in general, healthy. So if you are going to go buy something from the store, do within your means, do your best to get the highest quality.
But I think and it's also the store-bought stuff is a lot of just the accents. Now, it's not going and buying a ready-made meal and then adding stuff to it.
Yeah, you're not buying a TV dinner.
You want your proteins and vegetables fresh, and then you can accent and make your sauces or stuff with adding some store-bought commercial stuff and then adding to it. It's a balance of good, healthy, fresh, with a little bit of the store-bought garbage.
Hey,
But you got to make that garbage taste good, and you can.
You do, and you know, you're gonna love it. So, just being able to do that is the nice part.
So with the great weather has really inspired us back, being in the kitchen and really working on that kind of stuff.
Being in the 90s instead of 110, it's a little easier.
Yes, and speaking of that salmon sandwich, it's time for the recipe of the week, where we break down one of our favorite recipes and give you guys all the details. So let's get cooking. And yes, so we're not telling you how to make the sandwich.
We're not.
But what we are is our Black Majic blackening seasonings.
Yes. Also sometimes pronounced as magic.
Magic, because yes, it's purposely misspelled with a J instead of a G.
Yep.
So
just because.
Yes, why not? Because it's magic.
But yeah, so we dusted that salmon with our awesome OTK Black Majic seasoning.
And I know, and it's a great all-around seasoning. We've used it for a lot of stuff. We keep a jar of it on hand.
Yep.
And when we run out, we make more. And it goes so well with a lot of things that you don't expect it. It's not overly salty, so you don't have to worry about over-salting your stuff. And it's not overly spicy. A lot of blackening seasonings can be way too spicy. Now, if you like spicy, you are feel free to add in a little more cayenne pepper or whatnot. So it is versatile. Like, each of our recipes, we want y'all to take them, and if you want to tweak them, make them your own. That's okay. That's what cooking is.
That's what it's about. But we got the inspiration, I would say, for the Black Majic from one of our favorite store-bought seasonings.
Yes. Chef Paul's Salmon Magic.
Yes.
Spelled with a G, not a J.
Yeah, that one's with a G. But his seasoning was perfectly balanced. You almost could not oversalt with that seasoning because it had just enough salt, just enough sugar, and just enough of the spices to flavor. And so that's kind of what we went for, because just like he said, a lot of blackening seasonings are either over salty or overly spicy.
Yes.
So,
and the blackening in Cajun cooking isn't just about the heat.
No.
It's really about getting the flavor out of your peppers and paprikas and whatnot.
Yep.
And it's not just killing your taste buds with as much heat as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm quite certain the idea behind the history of it was that you're taking, similar to like the French technique, a lesser piece of food and trying to make it taste like it's a better quality piece of food. So yeah, they would have had a little bit of spice to kind of hide
the rottenness,
the rotten flavor,
pre-refrigeration.
Yeah. So, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't meant to just blast your taste buds away.
No,
it was meant to just be there and kind of get your mind off of the actual protein or whatever it was itself. So, but
and it's versatile. It's not just for fish, chicken. I tell you what, we at one Cajun place, we used to do a blackened ribeye.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a secret menu item you could request. That was amazing.
It was.
And so, the blackening seasoning you can use on a lot of things in your pastas. And blackened popcorn is actually really good. Sprinkle a little butter.
I'm not going to lie.
Seasoning and a little popcorn.
It is pretty good.
Oh.
It is, especially with the OTK Black Majic.
Yes, of course.
So the recipe, we're going to go over that now. So first, we're going to get, obviously, a bowl so we can mix the spices in. But we're going to do 3 tablespoons of smoked paprika.
Yes. And you want smoked paprika.
Yeah, smoked paprika. If you just use regular paprika, it's not the same.
It's going to be different.
Not even close to the same. But then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of onion powder, Then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of smoked salt, 1 teaspoon of cracked pepper. You can freshly crack it or you can buy it. It's really up to you.
It's just you want the coarse. If you buy it already done, get the restaurant coarse ground.
Yeah. Yeah, usually they call it the restaurant pepper.
Yeah.
Then we've got a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of thyme, a half a teaspoon of cayenne, a teaspoon of oregano, a half teaspoon of crushed rosemary. And actually, I want to jump back to that cayenne. If you want a little spicier, then you can go ahead and add that other half. Or if you really like it spicy, put however much you want.
Or if you are sensitive to spicy and it's too spicy,
roll it back.
Yes, it can go either way for you.
You don't even have to put the cayenne in there, really. So if you don't like spicy at all, you can still enjoy this blackening seasoning. Just don't put the cayenne. Then we've got a half teaspoon of basil, a half teaspoon of sugar, and a half teaspoon of dill. That's a big deal.
And on the basil and dill, we use freeze-dried herbs.
Yes.
You can get them in the store. They're great. We don't freeze-dry them ourselves.
No. Well, I mean, we've looked into getting one, but
that would be awesome.
it would. But no.
So they just have a lot better flavor. You can use dried, but I would recommend the freeze-dried. And it's beautiful about freeze-dried as you can do a 1-to-1 to fresh herbs to freeze-dried herbs. Unlike dried herbs, usually scale it back. Because the dry herbs tend to be more potent. But you can use dried herbs with this. I just really enjoy and recommend using the freeze-dried.
Yeah, because the freeze-dried, you can also, once they get moist, they'll come back to life.
So it's really nice on your protein or vegetables. It feels like you mixed in fresh herbs to it, even though you didn't. So it keeps that seasoning very, I don't know, freshness it adds.
It really does. It's difficult to describe, but it is definitely a benefit for sure. But actually, we have made a blackened ribeye with our blackening seasoning.
Yes, we did.
I was just thinking about everything that we've used it for.
Yes.
That was good too.
I mean, it's a great little seasoning. I recommend you guys try it, and we'll put it up on the website at outdoortestkitchen.org. But it's a good one. And if you have any comments or questions about it, let us know. We'll be happy to answer. If you have any little tweaks
if you
on
have
recipes, let us know. We love that.
Exactly. For sure. Let us know. We would love to see what y'all come up with and kind of what y'all think about our recipes.
Definitely. And if you don't like them, hey, that's why Sharon Williams made different colors of paint.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
But, we were talking about going outside a lot more, obviously cooking more. And so now that the weather's a little better, we're going to be camping a little bit more.
We're loading up the well.
Yep, we are.
And we're taking it out, not on the water. This is its first land adventure.
Yes. Like we said, we're going to be using it not only in the water, but we're also going to be using it as like a camper.
Yes, and haven't done anything to it. We're just taking it out to, you got to stay on something to figure out what you need to do with it. So that's kind of our experiment of, okay, we've stayed on it. Is this feasible? What do we need to add? What do we need to take away? Just gives us a more, hands-on approach of figuring it out. You can have all the ideas you want and come up, but until you're actually out there and figuring out what is useful and what is not. So we decided to load it up and take it out, and we're going to a new park that both of us haven't been to.
Yes, it's kind of a measure twice, cut once scenario.
Yes,
on the boat.
So that's the perfect way to put it. So we got to try it out. Just like if we had another little RV, we would take it out before we start doing stuff and figure out, what, this is what we need to do to it to get it to be the way we want it and efficient.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Speaking of that.
Kind of that's funny. It's like a cross, because right now we're recording one of our cooking with OTK videos too.
Sorry, I had a quiche in the oven.
Oh, now y'all know which one we're recording.
Yes.
I told them that we're doing one of our cooking with OTK videos too. Yeah, I guess we can show them, right?
Just gonna sit down.
Yeah. Once it cools, it's gonna fall back down.
And do a sausage and green onion with Swiss and smoked Gouda.
Yeah. So this, actually, I bet, because this video is going to come out after this one. So some of the people that are coming to see this may come from that.
Yes. So
So
welcome.
Hey, welcome. You already knew this was going to happen.
So, but yes. So now where we be?
Yeah, so-
yes, we're going to Lake Tawakoni State Park in eastern Texas, northeast Texas.
Yep.
And so we have a review for you guys. So here it is. Guys, remember, you can check us out at outdoortestkitchen.org, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment.
Let us know what you thought. Have you been to Lake Tawakoni?
Yes.
Is there something that we missed?
Yes, let us know so we can get back out there. So, all right, guys, well, always a pleasure hanging out with y'all. Until next week, remember, keep camping, keep cooking.
Yeah.